Cignal Ultra Game 3.
You know what, Reptar? I kinda liking Execration right now. Why? Di nila pinahihirapan si PNK. Binaban nila agad. Oo, so I'm happy na hindi siya kasama sa picking. Pero for Cignal Ultra, hindi rin nababago yung ban nila.
Taking away the Ling, just the fact that respecting Kel-VJ's usage of that hero, kahit hindi sila nanalo sa game number 1, andun pa rin yung threat kasi what if Execration nag-decide sila maglabas ng Angelic? Something that they've done before in the past.
Saka masasabi natin na confident si Kel-VJ whenever he has this Ling. So looking at the players ngayon ng Execration, mas compose yata yung feel nila ngayon compare nung natalo sila ng game number 1.
Yeah, and the Lunox getting taken away as an option. Nakakita din ng Execration na strong capability for counterplay, baka mahirapan tayo dyan. So in terms of the mages getting picked out here, baka the top options I can think of are Farsa, Chang'e, and Kagura. But then Farsa, tinanggal din dito ng Cignal Ultra. So right now, both teams giving importance on the mage picks na pwede i-flex.
Pwede, yung mga pwede ilagay sa gold lane, no? Or even, of course, mid na ginamit kanina ni Eto Max. Pero, so, ang pwedeng mga ma-open dito, Reptar, yung naban on the previous matches is that yung Eve will be open. Yung Pakito nga, halos hindi nila masyadong pinapansin. A good ban, of course, for the Selena. And what's gonna be it for Cignal Ultra? Isa pa, hindi natin nakikita rito yung mga ginagawa ng ibang team like the Uranus as a first pick. So, mukhang ang daming options para dito sa side ng dalawang team. So, Eve will be banned, will still gonna be a Benedetta para sa Execration.
It could be. Maganda naman yung galaw nila. Of course, Renjo on the Benedetta. Good.
Jawhead.
Great right now. But yeah, of course. Bukas pala yung Jawhead. Sabi ako na-ban out sa series nito. And yeah, Cignal gets a playmaking tank.
Saka wala rin yung PNK So, isa yun sa nagiging pahirap whenever you're a Jawhead. Pero, nakuha naman dito ng Cignal Ultra ang Matilda and yung Benedetta. So, Execration, they have to find a way dahil magiging parang in terms of mobility, Reptar, Cignal Ultra, with just 2 heroes na nakikita natin ngayon, mas magiging aggressive sila all around the map.
Yeah, and because you don't have a Jawhead and Matilda combo, you won't get the hyper aggression na baka makita mo. So they can lock in, I think I heard a Harris, yung lock in dito ng Exec, and Barats na sila naman.
Kami naman ngayon ang gagamit ng Barats. And at this point, sobrang ang dami ng sa situational pick ng Execration, parang ang dami na nilang pwedeng i-pick Like, anong ibaban mo ngayon dito? There's a good probability na magban ka ng mga heroes dito ni Kel-VJ. Probably a Granger, a Lancelot, or YSS. Pero Cignal Ultra will be getting their signature Estes. Pero si Imba DJ yung gumagamit nito most of the time, di ba?
Yeah, so Execration might eye out on banning out things like the Granger or the Bruno if feel na yung Benedetta na to will be going into the side lanes. If yung jungler yung hananap dito ng Cignal Ultra, but then they have to be careful kasi mabubuksan naman dito ang Lancelot, which can be really damaging sa side ng Cignal Ultra along with the Estes because of the slows. Hindi nila masyado maiwasan yung Thorn Throws and then run away from the Phantom Execution as well.
Alam mo, Reptar, naiisip ko rito yung yung isa sa mga unique na nakita for Cignal Ultra, yung Zask pick nila.
Oo nga.
Diba? So, that was also the time na meron sila nung Estes.
Yeah.
So, that could also be a possibility. And as for Execration, they still lack a mid-mage or a mid hero and as well with a jungler. Pero ang daming option dito. They could potentially get a Granger, pero ang kailangan na muna nilang alisin dito sa side ng Cignal Ultra is yung mga side lanes. Kasi pwede na nating most likely itong Benedetta na to would go for an XP or gold lane either or even a rope. Pwede nga rin yung jungler So, pero kasi itong Matilda and Estes, alam mo na kung saan nakapwesto yan. Sa gitna.
Yeah, that's a lot of sustain for Cignal Ultra. They can play a very defensive lineup. And they might actually, it makes sense na kunin nila yung put the Benedetta in the jungle and then kukuha sila ng sa makunat fighter to help hold the line lang talaga. Kasi maganda naman yung healing nila Lapu-Lapu or maybe if they are okay with it, Khalid. And then yung main carry nila in the late game, yung mataas na damage, ay mapupunta sa gold lane. So if the Claude is still left available, baka yun yung makuha doon ng Cignal Ultra.
Saka just looking at Cignal Ultra, this is similar to how Blacklist International drafts their heroes.
Oo.
Itong kanilang signature Estes. So, Granger and YSS ang naging ban dito ng Execration. Cignal Ultra still, are they gonna be picking their jungler right now? Like a deny pick din para sa side dito ng Execration.
Mukhang yung mga mages yung binanout dito ng Cignal Ultra. So baka binanout nila yung Kagura. They could pick up a... Zas nga.
Zas.
Zas nga. So this might be a last pick Bruno for Cignal Ultra because that's what they... Yun yung yung pinares nila sa Estes Zas.
Pwede ha. I mean, sobrang lakas kasi nung Zas sa may side lane as given na yung Benedetta nyo could just simply roam around the map, cat lanes. So for Execration, they need to find a way. Is it a good possibility? Hindi na kasi pasok pa ba rito yung mga Rafa, Bruno?
Yun natin isip ko, baka mag-Rafa Bruno para hindi lang makuha yung Bruno
Deny,
on the side of Cignal para ma-deny. But then if you get the Rafa and Bruno, yung meaning that the mid lane, walang masyadong mag-hold. I think it's just gonna be Cignal, pero it's gonna be up to the jungler na mag-rotate sa mid lagi to clear that up, and then yung Baros and then yung Harith yung sa side lane mo.
Oh, it's gonna be a Kagura and a Lancelot still. Alright, so mid-game centric type of lineup coming from Execration. Jawhead definitely gonna make way for the side of Execration to get those early kills, and as well with objective. Nakita natin yon kanina with KLVJ. So what is gonna be? By the way pala, Imba DJ just switch
pumasok.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons na sinabi ko kanina na Estes is an Imba DJ specialty. Okay, so Ben Sanity was still there. So Rhea ang pinalitan.
Okay, so it's gonna be kasi Kekedot yun sa side lane. So what's this pick gonna be? Are they... Bruno nga? Okay, so yeah, it is Bruno as expected. It's their, it's the Zask, Estes, Bruno, and I think, tingnan natin kung iba yung playstyle dito ng Cignal Ultra. Kasi the last time, Cignal Ultra, sinubukan nila to, laban sa Mpl-ph, sobrang hard focus lang talaga sila sa isang lane. And then they really just try to push that out kahit na nakaka-farm freely yung isang gold laner, XP laner, and then yung jungler nakaka-farm rin dun sa kalaban. As long as ma-push natin yung Torre na ito, masaya sila. Because it'll get to the point na sobrang hirap i-take down yung lineup din kasi ang daming sustain. Mapapaisip ka na kung kailan ka papasok because of the Zask, yung presence niya with the Nightmare Spawn, mataas yung damage. And then of course, kung hindi maabot ng Execration yung Bruno, sobrang lakas ng damage niya. Just free hitting in the backline, nakaka-heal din siya.
Oo And I like what you pointed out, no? Na pino-force ng Cignal Ultra whenever they have this kind of draft. Yung mga really threats. And yun din kasi yung yung makakapag-snowball sa kanila. Ang hirap pasukin nga. Ang hirap pasukin na ng Nightmare Spawn. Tapos meron pang yung mga maliliit na mga kuto-kuto na parang pag inapaka mo, babagal ka eh.
Oo nga eh. And mahirap to. But again, what Execution has working out well for them kasi yung sa lineup ng Cignal Ultra, sobrang compact sila yung playstyle nila. With the Estes, dapat magkalapit lang sila para sigurado they have the heals. Is the placement of the Zaman Force followed up by the Yin Yang overturn ng Kagura. It's going to be easier said than done kasi meron din Matilda yung Cignal Ultra na pwede magbigay ng movement speed para makaiwas yung signal. So again, Execration has the right tools for this. Cignal Ultra has the right tools for this. It's just gonna be down to what is the type of playstyle na gagawin dito ng Cignal Ultra.
Yes.
Kung gagawin nila yung huli nila with Mpl-ph, with hard pushing one turret, baka this time around, baka hindi gumana yun.
Kasi nga, pwedeng i-counter nung Kagura with, of course, the Yin Yang overturn, and most likely, mapipilitan silang mag-necklace kagad dito no? Para sa side ng Execration, and scaling naman dito yung Harith na possible na sumabay going into late game, kaso nakakatakot. Nakakatakot yung damage potential na manggagaling dito sa sa side ng Cignal Ultra. And one thing, ang kadalasan nakikita ako na babawas nila pagka may Zas pick, it was actually a Claude. Kasi yung Nightmare Spawn, ang bilis niyang matunaw sa Blazing Duet. Pero hindi siya available at this point. And for Lancelot, pagka hindi mo na burst down agad-agad yung Nightmare Spawn, ang hirap lumabas kasi dun sa may juice, parang meron yung isang laser na ayaw ka ng tantanan.
And just when you think na makakatakas na ako dito, parang parang bagal ko. Parang sakit. Ay, nawala na tuloy ako. So, yeah, again, looking at both lineups, the potential for yung nilabas dito ng Cignal Ultra, again, the last time they did this against Mpl-ph, it worked. Sinubukan ulit nila yun, or at least a version of it, hindi gumana. But then, again, I'm pretty sure Execution nakita din nila to as a possibility na pwede ilabas ng Cignal Ultra, the Zask pick. Actually, Execution nga, I think they would know how to go up against the Zask, considering na dati naglabas na din ng Zask pick yung Exec dito.
Hero rin yan ni Kelra. Na I've seen them play the Zask as well for the side of Execration. So, yeah, they know how to fight against it. It's probably gonna Kelra yung makikipag 1v1 para doon sa Zask na to. Oh no, mga kaibigan, kailangan nyo na talagang humawak sa inyong mga upuan. Talagang balagbagan talaga itong game number 3 natin to dito sa dalawang squad na to. And by the way, you mentioned earlier na for the side of LPE, no? So there's no chance regardless of the outcome nitong laro na to, and as well with the following series na ang LPE ay maaalis.
Not today pa. Pero whatever happens at the end of the day, na on the edge na yung LPE. Hindi pa sila completely out of the playoff picture, but malapit na. They're right there at the edge, but it's not over for their season just yet. Who knows? We've seen crazier things happen sa buong history ng MPL. Baka pa. Who knows?
Yes. And yeah, of course, shoutout kay Ginoong Himrael Valdez. Ayan, tingin ko tumawag yata siya no? Kaya nag-game 3 na naman.
Feeling ko hindi nga tumawa si Ginong Valdez na naliligo ata si Ginong Valdez. Tapos paglabas sa shower, ba't may game 3? Solid to
Okay. Ratings natin yan, mga kaibigan. Pero yeah, that was it. So there's still hope for the side of LPE. Though hindi naging maganda yung series nila against Aura. Pero for Execration, nandun pa rin sila sa verge ng pwedeng umangat yung LPE. And hindi rin malabo kasi for Execration na yung upper brackets, Reptar Kasi ang point sa Execration going dito sa series na to was 13. So they won one game already, so 14. So if they took another win against Cignal Ultra, they end up around 15, wherein tied up sila ngayon with NXP. Kaso may laro ang NXP mamaya. Pero ang kicker nun is Execration still have 2 games sa week 7. Meanwhile, ang NXP isa na lang.
Yeah, so at the end of the day, hanggang ngayon, I think for 2 or 3 weeks now, sobrang init ng race sa Group B Yung those 3 names especially, NXP, Execration, LPE, actually I think based on the results of what happened in the last games, you can include Omega in that din as well kasi naka 2-0 sila pero na 0-2 naman sila. So, man, the possibilities are endless for Group B. Just because malapit na tayo matapos sa season na to, doesn't mean we can be surprised.
Yes.
We can still be surprised pa rin. And, surprise for you, 100% ang win rate ni Ito Max on the Kagura. Considering, though, isang game lang yung nalaro niya. Pero baka maging 100% in 2 games na.
Alam mo naman yan, si Kuya Ito Max, pagka nag-init yan, talagang may masasaktan. Talagang may tatamaan talaga. Nakita mo naman pagka nag-opening tayo sa panin, mala doctors to range. So baka nabanggit to kanina nila Leo sa ni Manji na baka nakuha niya na yung tamang formula para sa Execration na para manalo dito.
Sabi ni Zapno, on your left.
Shoutouts kay Kuya Billy. Ayaw ng mga boss. Si Kuya Billy. Pero anyway, going back dito sa series na to, we're just waiting na mag-start itong game na to. Kayo din sa mga ating mga manonood, please comment down below. What do you think? Will Execration take this one? Bakit sa tingin nyo yung draft kanina ng Execration ang mananalo against Cignal, or sa mga fans ng Cignal Ultra, tingin nyo ba ito na yung pinakaunang series na maipapanalo ng Cignal Ultra?
Might just be, again, on the side of Cignal Ultra, draft nila yung Matilda, Benedetta, Estes, Zask, and Bruno. Meanwhile, sa Execration, they drafted the Jawhead Parrots, Harith, Kagura, and Lancelot. And again, looking back at the draft, parang talaga it's, when you look at it, in a sense, may pwede mo sabihin na may lamang yung isa, but then kung isipin mo talaga na malalim, parang it's neck and neck. It's really, really close.
ang hirap din eh. Ang hirap din kasi kung iisipin mo, no, in terms of team fight, so how will it go? In terms of initiation, sabihin na natin Execration has a little bit of advantage given that meron silang Jawhead. They could potentially get an easy pick off with the ejector. Tapos, what's gonna be the follow-up right after that? Pwede nilang i-press down with KLVJ's Lancelot. And, syempre, Kagura. Kumbaga, kaya nila ng mabilis na pick-up. Meanwhile, for the side of Execration, pag nagsama-sama sila, hindi mo rin magagawa yung easy pick-up unless ma-burst nyo nga. Pero pagka na-out-sustain sila ng Estes, and it's gonna be a different story, Reptar.
Yeah, and then meron din yung added interaction with the Jawhead ejector na baka ma-eject naman niya yung Nightmare spawn or yung spawn ng Zask. And if that happens, yun nga, we've seen that the previous times that a Zask went up against a Jawhead, nakita natin yun as an interaction. Hindi umabot sa punto na naging masyadong malaking aspect sa laban. But then potentially it can be something that we have to watch out for. Kasi what if mablock yung Cignal Ultra ng isang ejector ni Jack Nu. Akala ng Execration, okay, pasok tayo dito. Pero na-block ng spawn. Yung mali yung nabato.
Ay, oo. Pero it's still tricky. Kasi, di ba merong skill yung Nightmare spawn na pwede mo rin siyang i-teleport within a radius kung sa mo. So, pag nabato mo yung pangalawa siguro, it's okay kasi matatanggal mo siya sa team fight. Pero, there's always a chance na pwedeng ibalik yon. And, kadalasan, ang ginagawa na, or rather mga nakikita ko is it's either they burst down the Nightmare spawn or kailangan nilang umalis. They have to disengage at iwan yung Nightmare spawn. Pero, hindi lang din naman yun yung kailangan maging careful ang buong Execration. Nandito pa rin yung Bruno. Diba? Na magsiscale at magsiscale going into the late game.
Yeah, and again, they'll get to the point na yung tanong natin is because of the fact that it seems like, I think, this is the series na nakita natin yung isa sa mga potential na that could have been the identity of Cignal Ultra, which is a lot of sustain. 2 games in a row nag-double tank sila na mataas yung sustain ng frontline. Ngayon naman no tank sila pero nag-double support naman with the Matilda and Estes. So now it's like, okay, so late in the season, but hey, baka ito naman yung Cignal Ultra identity. And the question is, will Execration have enough damage for that come the late game? Again, nakita natin Harith as an effect in the second game. Pero because of the tools that Cignal Ultra has, baka mahirapan dito mag-deal ng damage si Kelra. Or it wouldn't be that easy na mag-dash around even with the Zaman Force because ang dami niyang kailangan iwasan. But then, another burst potential here for Execration naman is yung Kagura ni Ito Max.
Ito naisip ko, Reptar. Is Execration ready ba sila na biglang pumasok si Imba DJ? Kasi there is one match, I think that was the second game, na nag-ban sila on their last ban ng Estes. Kasi alam ng Execration na gumagamit talaga ang signal ng Estes. But, that only works pagka si Imba DJ ang lalaro. So, dito, ang ginawa nila, kumuha kagad sila ng Barats. Kaso, the difference is Rhea wasn't on the roster of Cignal Ultra. So, medyo nagkaroon ng konting mind games sa mga players dito ng Cignal, given na yung mga hero specialty din nila.
Yeah, and again, it goes back to a point that we made earlier, kahit dun sa panel nga natin, is this is the surprise that Cignal Ultra has. Out of all the teams, sila yung pinakamadalas na nag-shift out ng players. Nag-rotate talaga ng lineups and roles.
Compared to Aura PH?
Yeah, compared to Aura PH. Kasi usually sa Aura, it's we only saw it a few times throughout the season. Of course, JP going into the tank role eventually, then si Raflesia at si Kilowatt yung papalit. But then, sa Cignal Ultra, ang dami talaga between Rhea, Kekedot, Ben Sanity. Dami nilang, actually, Janus and Aquaboy din, nagsaswap din minsan So, daming swap talaga dito yung Cignal.
Parang parang nang sasay ko yung Cignal Ultra. Parang, now, that goes to the point na sinabi mo kanina, kaya sobrang hirap basahin ng Cignal Ultra. Not only the unique heroes pick na umabot ng 46, even their roles of their players talagang nagbabago-bago. And this goes to show na nothing to lose di ba? Having fun and most likely na practice nila to during their scrims and malay mo, ito na pala yung unang-unang series na ipapanalo ng Cignal Ultra.
Will this be it? Game number 3 ng Execration laban sa Cignal Ultra. Execration, hinahanap na nila yung panalo nila para mahinto yung lose streak and to get a better chance at securing the upper bracket come playoffs. Cignal Ultra naman, hinahanap nila yung unang panalo sa series for the entire Season 7.
Yes, and I am already liking the rotation coming from Cignal Ultra dito. Just getting the minion wave sa gitna, getting the first Little Wanderer, and yung pag-cut doon ni KK sa may barracks, sa may bottom lane. So, kung iisipin mo, no, Reptar, parang mas aggressive yung galaw rito ng Cignal Ultra. Pero still, this is Cignal. We all know how he plays. Laging nandyan lang yan sa damo. Ibabato ka lang yan bigla-bigla, and malay mo bigla ka ma-pick off.
Yeah, you have to watch out for the jawhead there. But then at the same time, baka ma-overchase naman yung jawhead kasi pag yung nalaki niya yung Matilda, tas nag-circling eagle siya, baka kung saan-saan siya mapunta doon.
Look at the positioning dito ni Ben Sanity. Talagang nagpo-provide lang siya ng vision both doon sa may top lane and as well with Bruno. Talagang nandyan lang siya. Hinihintay niya lang kung mayroong papasok doon sa Zas or even mayroong mag-i-invade sa jungle nila.
And you see here, si Kekedot yung unang mababalik sa base dahil nag-trade siya with Regio's Barrats. Difficult thing to do, trading with the Barrats. Usually, when you're going up against the Barrats as a Benedetta, gusto mo lang just focus on getting the waves. Kasi kung i-focus mo yung duel between sa Barrats, baka time and time again, ikaw yung ipapabalik. Now, Keller though, just got bursted down by the Soul Bloom. So, if Cignal Ultra, kung gusto nila gumawa ng play dito for a push, it's open for them kung gusto nila.
Yes, saka kung isipin mo, no, for KK, parang ang hirap din para sa side ng Execration, hulihin siya. Kasi they don't have a definite crowd control as of the moment. Pwede siguro with the Detona's welcome ni Renzo or a burst damage na manggagaling dito kay Kel VJ, or rather pag nabato siya ni Chaklo. Pero meanwhile, ito yung sinasabi mo na strategy ng Cignal Ultra na magpo-focus lang sila sa isang torre.
Hard focus para mabilis yung farm ni Bruno and Zaz. They can take down turrets really fast together kasi naka-inspire nga din to. So it's not like a support-minded Zaz. It's pang-push talaga yung Zaz ng Cignal Ultra dito. And now this is bad news because that's the lane of Kelra. Yung Harith yung napupush. So kailangan mag-switch ata ng execution ng lanes.
Yes, speaking of switch, first blood dito si Imba DJ, pero ang kapalit doon yung torre doon sa may taas kay Kelra. So ang gagawin dito, since nasa 3-minute mark pa lang tayo, pwede silang lumipat lang ng lane and kunin pa yung mga natitirang energy shield.
Yeah, and again, this is the threat of the Zaz and the Bruno. Ejector para mapalayo lang dito si Ben Sanity. First turtle will spawn in the next 20 or so seconds na baka may konting lamang dito ng Cignal Ultra, but however, actually, considering everything, kaya nakabasag na ng torre yung Cignal Ultra, malapit pa rin tayo sa Lord, actually, sa gold. Execration, actually, sila yung may konting lead
And looking at the map right now, mas maganda yung positioning dito na Execration if lumabas tong turtle na to. Pero parang steady lang yung Cignal Ultra. Parang farm lang muna, don't take any team fight. Even the positioning of Imba DJ, hindi siya masyadong naglalalala. Pero makakasukin pa rin siya ni Chakno with the flicker, ejector pa doon, patay yung Estes. Pero may counter kill yata doon with Chakno. Pero nahuli naman nila si Janus on the Bruno. A very timely pick off dahil malapit na rin mag-respawn yung turtle.
Risky kill to take for Janus. I mean, nakuha naman niya yung kill pero nahuli siya doon. It probably would have been safer to just back off. But then again, if you look at the situation there, may possibility din yung execution na habulin si Janus eventually.
Pero ito na, Kelra using the Zaman Force. Kaya bang patayin si Aqua Boy? Pero nandito na naman si Chakno with Unstoppable Force. Patay ngayon si Aqua Boy. Magandang opportunity to for Execration dahil buhay na ngayon ang turtle.
8 seconds bago makabalik dito si Zaz. So it's gonna be 4 versus 5 para sa turtle na to.
Ito na, 4v5 nga at magkakaroon tayo ng a slight pause. Pero so far, Execration, sabihin na natin sila ang unang nakuhaan ng torre. Reptar, pero yung tempo nasa kanila pa rin.
Yeah, and because of the fact that nahuli nila si Zask right before this turtle take, it will be hard for Cignal Ultra to take this. Hindi naman rin posible, so Execution has to watch out for that possibility na baka manakaw pa yung turtle. But then again, how much does Cignal Ultra have to commit for this turtle take, for this turtle attempt steal, na kasi baka pag mag-overcommit sila ng abilities, baka wala na sila pang takas, so panglaban ulit. And then Execration naman will go for the counter punish na kahit na mawala yung turtle sa kanila, they'll be able to get the kills.
Kailangan din pala maging mindful nung Zaz, si Aqua Boy. Because di natin nakita kung saan ginamit ni Aqua Boy yung kanyang Nightmaric spawn and as well with ult. Pero there was a time na nang nagsaman for si Kelra, kahit sabihin na natin hindi niya napatay agad, pwedeng pasukin mo na yung Zaz sa may backlinks with Cignal. Pero ito na, Circling Eagle, ginamit na dito ni Ben Sanity kay Mpl-ph, who will get the turtle electro-final blow. Now, going in sa may bandang likod, pinapasok nila si Mpl-ph. And na-secure pa rin niya dito ang Lord K. Kaya medyo malalim yata with the deton as well. Coming from Rencho, siya ngayon ang mabubura, pero pumapalag pa dito ang mga members ng Cignal Ultra. Janus with Imba DJ, sama pa dito si Aqua Boy, and still Cignal will be alive. Ano nangyari doon, Reptar?
That was a great engage there by Execration na masecure yung first turtle of the game. Cignal Ultra though, the reason why they committed that is, yun nga, because Execration, ang dami naman sa kanila low, and then meron naman silang SS, the Bruno, they can commit to that chase. Pero Execration were able to get away in time, and then mabata lang sa puta ng Cignal Ultra. It's like, wag na natin itong habulin, masyado ng risk.
Yes, saka kung iisipin mo pinocus ng Cignal Ultra doon si Mpl-ph, starting from the Circling Eagle, even KK trying to go onto the backlines ng Execration, but still, Mpl-ph is having a great game para sa kanyang Lancelot, and mukhang may bawi ng Torre ngayon dito ang Execration.
Pero andito yung Cignal Ultra, 4 sila.
Okay, iniikutan na ngayon nila dito ang mga members ng Execration. Ang tanong, makakatakas ba sila? Ngayon lahat ng mga damage ng Cignal ay papunta kay Renzo at ang kunat pa rin ng Dinosaur.
Sobrang tigas ng Barats dito sa Execration, and ng Cignal Ultra really have to be careful of the presence of the Barats. Might be difficult to take down. Kasi huli dito na sa Exe pa rin.
Yes, definitely. Pero si Cignal, sinubukan niyang huliin si Imba DJ, pero timely yung pag-purify. Siya pa ngayon ang namatay sa gitna. So far, that's a clear lead for Execration with almost 3,000 or rather 4. Pero dito si Renzo, inaapak-apakan na lang yung Torre ng Cignal.
Dabog-dabog na lang. Ganun lang. Torre lang yan. And then now, Cignal Ultra, just like what happened in game number 2, have to be careful of their side lanes this time around. And the presence of the Barracks becoming a problem na kahit na nga na maganda yung sustain on the side of Cignal Ultra, hindi pa sila umabot sa punto na sobrang taas ng damage nila that the Barracks has to worry. And then at the same time, because of the nature of the Cignal lineup na kailangan nila magdikit para makuha yung heals, baka ma-knockback pa sila ng missiles ni Barrats. Which means ma-display sila at saka baka ma-set up pa sila for a good play by Exec.
Exactly. Yun na nga yung pwedeng mangyari. But another turtle na secure dito ni Mpl-ph, Ben Sanity, using the circling of Eagle to kay Renzo. So may counter-initiate naman dito ang Cignal Ultra. Susunod pa ba sila? Hahabol pa ba? Ang tanong, mukhang hindi na. Pero nakaposition dito ang mga members ng Cignal para basagin ang Torre dito sa gitna. Kaya pa tong depensahan. Nilapag na yung Nightmaric Spawn. Pasok ngayon dito ang mga members ng Execration. Ngayon napaback off nila yung Cignal, pero wala pa nung nawawala. Cignal, namatay na naman siya doon, Reptar. And ito na yung mapapansin mo rito. Lamang ang Execration, pero ito yung power spike ng Cignal Yung sama-sama gaming.
Yung sustain nila in Execration again. Mpl-ph, dapat mag-ingat siya dito.
Kailangan niya talagang mag-ingat, pero alam natin na nakakatakas siya sa mga ganitong sitwasyon. Ayun na, yung knockback doon sa may racket na balik pa si Ben Sanity, and that's gonna be a good pick-off for the side of Execration. Pero hindi pa nila nako-convert yung yung kanilang mga kills into objective. Posible na makuha na nila to sa gitna as KK trying to defend, pero buhay pa rin as Cignal will about to get away. Pero sa may bandang taas, looks like Kelra did take another turret so far. Execration, sila ngayon ang nagdidikta ng laro natin, Reptar.
Other than the fact that si Cignal, he went in with the unstoppable force because, yun nga, low na yung the member of Cignal there who was left. I believe that was either Kekedot that muntikan na mahuli doon. And speaking of, baka mahuli naman siya dito sa top lane. Trying to get away.
Muntikan pa talaga doon si KK. Yun nga lang ang kapalit noon. Isa na namang Torre para sa side ng Cignal Ultra. Nako, Reptar, parang unti-unti nang nawawala yung composure ngayon ng Cignal. Pero looking at the items ngayon, masakit pa rin naman damage dito ng Bruno. May Berserkers na siya with the Raptor Machete at endless battle ang sunod niyang item. Pero kaya ba? Dahil medyo makunat na rito si Renzo.
Yep, already has a lot of strong tank items, and at the same time, online na din si Kelra already picked up the Feather of Heaven along with the Calamity Reaper on the way to the Holy Crystal. Pag nalock-in na yun ni Kelra, if Cignal hindi nila ma-close close yung gold gap dito sa laro. Mahirapan sila makalaban in team fights despite them having all the sustain in the world. Again, yung Harith ni Keller dito along with the Barrats of Renjo ang magbibigay ng problema sa Cignal.
Oo I mean, sabihin na natin dito na kayang mag-sustain dito ng Cignal Ultra. Kasi yung raw damage na meron yung Execration, given na snowball sila dito with a 5,000 lead in terms of gold, parang bitin pa yung kunat dito nila Imba DJ, nila Eventuality. Kahit mag-heal sila, kayang-kaya pa rin silang tunawin ng mga members ng Exe.
Yeah, and now Cignal Ultra, positioning na lang yung hinahanap nila dito. But again, the pressure of this Barrats, 2 levels yung lamang niya laban sa Benedetta ni Kekedot. So, pag makikita sila in lane na trying to split push, Kekedot, susubukan niya i-depensahan, mahirapan siya.
Nako, speaking of mahirapan, Circling Eagle, ginamit na ni Ben Sanity, napilitang mag-flicker out si Cignal, pero nagamit nila yung Nightmare Spawn ult doon ni Aqua Boy. Nako, mukhang mas magiging confident yata ang mga tropa natin from Execration na basagin itong torre dito sa gitna. LVJ might actually go in. Tignan mo yung pag-zone out ng payong ni Eto Max, and right at this point wala nang outer turrets ang Cignal Ultra. Mas magiging madali to para sa Execration squad na kunin tong turtle na, or rather tong Lord na to.
Grabe yung payong at saka yung dinosaur ginagamit ng Execration pang zone out. Hindi talaga makalapit dito yung Cignal Ultra. Tingnan mo si Cignal si Renjo dun sa top lane.
Silang dalawa lang yung magkabanding. Eto na, welcome. Ginamit na rito kay Janus. Siya ang unang nabura. Habol pa doon sa may backlane si KLVJ as Imba DJ. Binura nung Lancelot. Double kill na rito. Si Kelra, unti-unti na nauubos ngayon ng mga members ng Cignal Ultra. Nag-survive pa naman dito si Ben Sanity kasama si Aqua Boy. Pero Reptar, buhay pa din ang Lord. Ngayon, kailangan depensahan to ng Cignal Ultra.
May mababasag dito na tier 3 tower, hindi lang sa top lane pero baka sa middle lane din, kasi tignan mo yung death timers, respawn timers dito sa Cignal Ultra, 10 seconds and counting, 5 seconds habang makabalik dito si Janus.
Eto na, aabot ba? 2 base turrets na ang nawawala. Pero sabi ng Execration, Reptar, disiplina, easy lang kayo guys, we got this. And looking at the items ngayon, oh my, look at Renzo. Sobrang unad niya na with the Sky Guardian helmet, Curse helmet, antique kiras, at mukhang papasok, mag-aati na shield pa siya.
Yeah, and if Cignal Ultra though, kakapick up lang ng Clock of Destiny ni Aqua Boy for the Zask. Of course, inuna niya yung Divine Glaive and as well as the Feather of Heaven. Of course, basic attack and then the penetration. So, Cignal Ultra, if they can wait it out, baka kaya pa nila. If they can still defend, if they can still hold on. Pero because of the massive gold lead ng Execration, 11k na yung lamang dito, or around 10k, ang hirap talaga i-pull off yung defense dito for Cignal Ultra. They can make the most out of an Execration mistake. Of course, they have counterplay capability, but then again, they have to watch out for this positioning kasi baka masubukan sila ng payong na yun.
Yes, speaking of payong, Electro Final Blow, ginamit na muna dito ni Kekedat para ma-clear ang mga minion wave. Look at Renzo! Ganun siya kakunat and still binuhay pa siya doon ni Cignal with the ejector, and reset na naman tayo dito, Reptar, but this is a clear 10,000 lead for Execration. Nanganganib na ngayon dito ang kupunan ng Cignal Ultra.
Again, it's gonna be a really difficult defense after Execration na nabasag na nila yung bottom tier 3 tower dito ng Cignal Ultra. Lalaban sila, susubukan na nila tapusin yung laban na to.
Sinusubukan na nila. Look at Renzo. Sinuzonat na ngayon dito ang mga members ng Cignal Ultra, pero hindi pa rin enough ang damage ng kupunan ng Cignal Ultra. Look at Kelra with the dashes from the chrono. Muntik-muntik niya pang mahuli doon si KK Dot. And out na muna ang mga tropa natin from Execration. Wala ng torre ang Cignal. Kailangan nila, ito na ba ang tamang moment para mag-freeze lane, Reptar, at hintayin na lang ang Lord?
Most likely para sure win na, like sure safe win. I mean, there is still a chance sa Cignal Ultra kahit na may kasamang Lord ng Execration na makadepensa sila, but then again, it's gonna be really hard. Yung gusto ko ginawa ng Cignal Ultra doon, especially Kekedot, yung sinubukan nila depensahan yung bottom lane tower, is nag-dive in siya dun sa likod para maka-force out ng abilities from Execration, knowing the fact na meron pa siyang Electo Final Blow.
Agree.
Ginamit niya yun para makabalik sa loob ng base ng Cignal. So, because of that slight distraction na ginawa ni Kekedot, medyo naging scattered sa laban na yun.
Yes. Ang ganda nung ginawa doon ni Kekedot with this Benedetta. Pero kasi, papansinin mo rito, Cignal Ultra, kinakapos sila sa damage dito sa mga tanky heroes ng Execration. And for Janus, kanina niya pa sinusubukang mabuo yung kanyang DHS, wherein ito yung kailangan niyang item to deal damage dito sa mga tanky heroes ng Exe. Pero it might be too late dahil in 15 seconds, Reptar, mabubuhay na yung Third Lord.
A Divine
Second
Glaive.
Lord.
Oo, Second Lord. Divine Glaive
Ayun
din
na.
na pick up ni Kera. It's up. DHS, yun na nga nakuha doon ni Janus. So that might be one of the game changers kung ma-hold nila yung yung formation nila at nakaka-free hit lang si Janus. That could be a chance. But then because of the nature of the Excel lineup na sobrang dash in sila sobrang gap closer yung lineup dito ng Execration. Mahirapan sila i-hold yung formation na yun.
Ang ginagawa rito, Reptar, ng Execration, kinakalampag nila yung Lord, and pag sinubukan ng Cignal Ultra mag-contest, dun sila, mag-hero sila. Hero ang kanilang focus dito. So, Cignal Ultra needs to fight this very wisely, and mukhang nagsa-start yon with Kekedot, na nag-clear sa bottom lane kasi hindi nila pwedeng haya. Pero may mga minion doon, Kuya Reptar, sa base, Enough kaya yon para mabasag ang base dito. Pero ito na muna, tignan muna natin ang laban dito sa Lord. Sino ang unang makakuha? That's gonna be Janus! Stolen by the Bruno. Pero sabi ni KLVJ, no! Sabihin ang nasa iyo ang Lord, pero mawawala naman dito ang mga members ng Cignal
Kaya na nila
Ultra.
tapusin.
Aqua Boy na lang dito at Kekedot ang natira, pero si Cignal hindi pinapauwi yung Benedetta. This might be it. Mukhang matatapos na yata ang lose streak ng Execration as they win against Cignal Ultra, and this winning moment is brought to you by Master.
And you see the joy and the relief from the members of Execration na okay, wala na yung lose streak natin, and you see there the grind from the